Okay, so we're going to do March. It's March 1st, so I'm going to do a general all signs collective for the month of March. I'm actually going to be doing, I haven't totally decided if I'm going to do um, categorizing it into the air signs, fire, water, earth, and all that, or if I'm going to do them individually. I haven't quite decided that just yet. But this is just going to be some general messages for the collective for March. So we're going to start with Aries, and I apologize for the noise outside. Um, so for Aries this month of March, the big takeaways I'm getting is you need to be careful with being too overly. It's kind of a mix. There's going to be some of the Aries that are and always keep in mind also check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements as well. So it may apply to different parts of the equation. So, but with some of the Aries, you need to be careful with being too overly confident, maybe cocky. And it's you got to be real careful. There's some of you that are on one side of the spectrum where you're being way too overly confident and cocky and looking, and it's not a cute look, and it's going to backfire on you with something potentially. But at the same time, there's some of you Aries also that are on the other end of it where you are lacking confidence and you're lacking the assurance to do what you need to do, and you need to gain that confidence. So you need to kind of, Aries, some of you need to get into that middle ground of where you need to practice in between. Then there's some of you that just need to practice reeling it in, and then there's some of you that need to practice reeling it out. So it's kind of a weird yo-yo with Aries with that this month. You need to focus on your goals, and you need to get out of your head. There's some of you that are just in your own way, and you need to get out of your head. You need to be confident, and you need to be a go-getter, and that's typically the right, it's typically an Aries thing where they're real driven and passionate and everything. But this month there's just something really odd in the energy. It's really weird. When I pulled these, because I how I do this is I pull these and then I write notes and then go, and then I put the cards down when I actually go to record this. So I kind of already have an idea of what's going on with everybody this month already. So, but yeah, you need to find some balance with some things. Balance is a big thing with you guys. There's some of you that are going in overly confident, then there's some that aren't. So if you're on one of the sides, you need to reel it in or reel it out. And then there's some of you that are just a mixture of the both. And you just need to go for it. And some of you need to be careful with moderation. You're doing something in excess. I don't know if it's smoking, drinking, and it could actually even be something a little more on the positive side, which could be like exercising. Some of you are just overdoing it and need to slow down a little before it can mess you up physically. Pay attention to, try not to get wrapped up in conflict either this month. I'm saying that to Aries. Aries is one of those that's very direct and just they will be in your face. But try and avoid that this month, because that can make a situation and things a little more escalated than it winds up needing to be. But yeah, and just, kind of sit and be patient with some areas of your life too. If there's something that isn't going kind of according to plan or going your way, kind of just sit back and let some things unfold. Is what I'm getting for you, Aries. And these aren't going to be too terribly long of messages today, but we're going to get it out here. Okay, so next, putting the cards down for Taurus. Oh, my Taurians. All right, so with Taurus, Okay, Taurus, the one thing that, or some of the big things that popped up when I was reading these and going on my intuition and meditating on it, you need to make independent decisions. Don't be impulsive. I think there's some of you Taurians that are in your feelings, and you're battling it's an internal thing where you're battling, where you just want to just go ahead and give an answer or make a decision, but at the same time you kind of know that that's probably not the best idea. You need to keep your head out of the clouds. You need to focus on any healing and growth, and you need to really just, you don't need to listen to any outside noise. You need to really focus on how you feel, how you're going to be affected by whatever it is that's on your heart and mind. I mean, it's okay to talk to people, but ultimately, you really need to make the right decision for yourself. You can't go based off of what other people are telling you. Of course, it's always great to have people that can be a sounding board and listen, but you need to be careful about weighing what they're saying versus what you really want to do. But the big thing is you all need to really focus on getting yourself together and getting your head out of the clouds, and not dealing with reality is really something that's not going to apply to all Taurians, but you need to also just clean house of things that just, they no longer serve you. I hate using the term baggage, but everybody has it. Everybody has at least one little carry-on, if not multiple suitcases. Hopefully not, but you need to really, you really need to find yourself and trust yourself. And you might have some opportunities that pop up this month too, that could lead to something financial, so maybe some unexpected financial gain. And you need to just work on growth and abundance also. You just need to really, Taurians, this is your month to really just do you. Just do you. That's really what it comes down to. Make it all about yourself and what you need, what you want. There's with some of you though, it's nagging at me. There is some of you that there is something weighing so heavy on you and on your heart, and you're scared. Ultimately, you know what you want, but you're scared. And you've got to let go of the past. You've got to let go. Well, let me rephrase that. In a sense, you need to let it go, but I'm not a huge fan of saying get over it and all that. My philosophy is to move through it. You got to move through and process everything. Not just say get over it, because that's sweeping it under the rug, and you don't want to do that either, because it'll catch up with you and you'll have to deal with it 10 times harder. If you don't deal with things, they deal with you. And they're going to keep dealing with you, and they'll deal with others too that you bring into your circle and your energy. So you've got to really be cognizant of that. Work on you. Clean house. I mean, figuratively, mentally. I mean, if you need to really literally clean your house and get rid of clutter and energy, do that too. But I'm feeling it's more of past beliefs, past traumas, things like that. You've got to move through them and work through them. That is what I'm getting for you, Taurus. Whew. Some of these, I'm going to warn you, some of these are, when I was doing these before I started recording, some of these are a little heavy this month. It's definitely not sunshine and rainbows for some of this. All right, so next we're going to move on to Gemini. Okay, Gems. All right, you need to trust your intuition. It's another kind of, there's some similar themes this month for a lot of the signs, actually. You need to trust your intuition. You need to let go of situations and move on and forward. There's something that you have been waiting on. I don't know if it's maybe some results or just an outcome or a decision, things like that. But there's something that you've been waiting on that you've wanted an answer to, and you're going to get it. And you need to be patient. It's going to be good. You're going to have an outcome. It's either going to be on the positive side, or it's going to be something that brings you peace, and you'll be okay. Either way, you're going to be okay. But things are being worked on and out for you where you can't see them either. And you've got some new doors that are going to be opening. And you're getting clarity. I mean, the big thing I'm getting this month for you, Gems, is that you're getting clarity. You're getting some, you've been kind of, your mind's been a hamster wheel, wondering with, you've been wanting answers. You've been wanting to get some things either closed out or just answers back on things that you've been doing, or like I said, results. Could be something health related. It could be, it could be a myriad of things, but you're going to get your answers. And I'm picking up that it's going to be, either way, it's going to be good for you. I don't really see anything negative. I see it where it's, okay, great. It's a great outcome and can move forward, things can thrive, or you'll accept it. And I think some of you, Gems, have already accepted it, and you kind of know in deep down what the answer is, but you're just waiting for some confirmation. But you're also going to get some more insight this month into some things too, where that you've been kind of exploring or wondering about. You're going to get, this is the month for clarity for you, Gemini. But also just be patient with it too. You're going to get what you need. It's going to also require you a bit of patience as well. So try and just stay chill. It's all going to work out, and it's going to work out. I promise. It's going to be good. You're going to get your clarity, and you're going to be able to move forward with whatever outcome and answers you got. All right, let's get these cards. All right. Okay, so for Cancer, all right, so I'm also, I'm going to be making sure I timestamp this as well after. Okay, you need to make time for people, for those around you. There's some of you that have been running around in circles and just, trying to juggle too many things, too many balls in the court, and you're juggling them. You're getting burnt out. You're doing too much. You need to rest. You need to be okay asking for help if you need it. Stop trying to take everything out on your own and do everything on your own. It's okay to ask for some help. I also see some reconnections coming in also, or just reestablishing, or things, developing further, or just getting a deeper connection. Maybe some things didn't come off the ground and now they're going to be kind of renewing in a sense, or you're just going to have some people that in the past that, you may have kind of drifted off from. There's going to be some that come back. It's not necessarily a romantic thing either. It could be, but I'm getting more it's friends. Maybe a family member. You're going to have a kind of a renewal, but you got to make time for people. You've got to stop running around and juggling all this, burning yourself out. You need to take some time to have fun. And those around you. I have a feeling there's some of you that there's been people kind of giving you that hint of, hello, where are you? I'm not hearing from you. We're not spending any time together. You need to kind of take some time to step back and flourish and rekindle and just, and water your flowers, flourish your relationships, whether they be family, romantic, friendships, things like that. You need to really stop and just smell the roses per se and let them grow a little. But you definitely also need to rest. So that could be kind of part of it too. Maybe just meeting up with some people, reconnecting and strengthening your relationships. Maybe have dinner, breakfast, brunch, something, just get together and watch a movie, or just go for a walk in nature, or things, just spending time together. Um, you're going to have some new opportunities and things that you've kind of got your mindset on. Anything that you're kind of like, oh, maybe I want to pursue this, or maybe I want to take a chance and do this, or you're going to be successful. And you could have an unexpected financial gift coming, or financial abundance, or a blessing. The big thing that Cancer, you need to manifest and believe that you can accomplish or get what you want. You've got the potential. You've got it all there. You just need to manifest and have the confidence and believe in yourself. And there's a potential, like I said, for renewal of relationships, or having a new one, things like that. It's a good month for you. You just need to get the balance in, but you've got to stop juggling everything and make sure your cup's full, and allow others to kind of pour into it as well, and just focus more on renewing things and enhancing relationships and things like that is what you need to do this month. Don't burn yourself out. Don't ever do that. That's never a good thing. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to go on to Leo. Okay, so some of you might have a possible promotion or a job change or a new growth opportunity. They might give you some more responsibilities at work. You're going to have a lot of happy times. It's going to be a month where you're getting content and you're at peace with life for some of you, if you've been struggling and not finding the happy and not finding the good. And you're going to kind of start getting yourself to where you're tying up loose ends, tackling projects, getting things done. And some of you Leos need to step back and take some time to meditate and just slow down and rest and seek clarity. And maybe you need to go away. Maybe some of y'all need to take a vacation. I see some of y'all taking a vacation, or just take some time away, take a break. You need to stay tracking on disciplined with your goals, and keep having that positive outlook, or get a positive outlook on things, because things are going to be good. But yeah, some of y'all are going to be traveling, and of course we're getting towards spring, so some people are doing spring vacations, like spring breaks, things like that. So some of y'all might be taking advantage of that and not just doing a staycation. You might actually be traveling, and you might just be traveling because you just need to get away and get some clarity and get a new handle on things in your life. But you need to slow down and just meditate. But I see a lot of good, a lot of happiness, a lot of growth, some major new opportunities. But some of you that have been nervous about the future, or pessimistic even, you need to reshift your thoughts and know that it's going to be positive, and having that positive, because if you stay stuck in that mentality, in that rut of it being negative, then it's going to stay negative, because what you put out there and what you think is creating that energy. So you want to make sure that you're cultivating some positive thoughts, manifesting and putting good out there, that good energy. But yeah, Leos, take a break, and you got good opportunities this month. Okay, let's see. Apologies with the phone. I'm having to use my phone for this. All right, so I'm trying to keep it as good as an angle as I can and focused. Okay. All right, so Virgo, you need to stand up for yourself in situations. You need to stand your ground, but at the same time, You need to pick your battles. You don't need to go and protest every single situation or scenario you're in. If you really feel strongly about something, stand in your convictions and stand your ground. But also make sure that you're picking your battles and still compromise. But if it does matter to you, then absolutely you need to, excuse me, you need to stay the course and have that belief and that determination. So make sure that you're doing that. But also at the same time, just kind of be cognizant and know that you need to kind of choose wisely, and not always everything is a battle. You need to compromise, or you just need to be like, okay. And stay yourself, stay authentic. Think outside the box. So if you've got some creative ideas that you want to share, or that you feel strongly about, embrace it and share it. And at the same time, also, don't be afraid to think outside the box and bring some new concepts or ideas onto the table. Make sure you're doing that as well. I had to get a sip of water. But you've got some, also kind of like with Gemini, you've got some good news coming in as well. You've something that you've been waiting on as well. You're going to get a good answer or positive response to. So know that good news is coming in. But this month you just need to stay in your convictions. But be mindful too at the same time. Don't be too badgering. But stay firm and stay solid in what you feel and what you have to say. And just be creative. You know, if you're kind of holding yourself back because you're like, oh, well, nobody's doing that, or that just sounds crazy, or that makes it even more the better that you bring it out there to the table. If that makes, I'm pretty sure that makes sense. All right. Okay, Libra. Okay, Libras, my fellow Libras. I'm a Libra sun. So when I pulled these, I was like, oh yeah, I can resonate. Okay. Okay. You need to release the worries and the doubts and be confident and take leaps. You need to stop being afraid. You need to start. I mean, and it's not it's chances about anything. Like if you feel like you need to speak your mind about something, or you feel like you need to have a conversation with people, you feel like you need to go apply for a job, you need to take on this new hobby, you want to explore something that you really want to do, hobby-wise, or maybe change jobs, whatever the scenario is, you need to take the leap of faith, and you need to be confident about it, and you need to communicate, and you just need to lay it out there and just fly. And you also need to, if things aren't working out with how you're kind of feeling with certain scenarios or situations, you need to rethink your approach and be patient with it. The situation, here's the thing, Libras, there's some situations you're going through right now, or it could be multiple situations, or it could be just one, but there is a situation that you are way over in your head about, and you're thinking about it, and you're overanalyzing, you're overthinking, and you're staying in your head, and you're staying silent. You're not really taking any sort of action to get clarity or to get information, or you're in analysis paralysis. You need to also understand that if you get a no, here's the good news, okay? If it seems like right now's a no, or you're not getting traction, or you're not getting anywhere with it, you need to understand it's not necessarily a no. It's the timing is not right, okay? But, and this is a but, okay? So don't get too over nervous. It could also be in the off chance, okay? It's a mixture, okay? It may not be a right now thing. The timing is the timing's definitely off, I'll tell you that. So it's not a no. But also always remember, it may seem like a rejection, but it's your protection. Sometimes the timing's not right. Okay, let me give you one scenario, and it's not necessarily going to apply to your situation. I'm just giving an example of a scenario. Say two people are connecting, okay? And it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere, even though it feels like there's the potential, but there's some things that are kind of got you or the other person or both of you kind of frustrated. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Until cycles are finished and until things are there's certain things that need to align in order for things to be on a more positive energy, you need to let those cycles complete or whatever close so that it can be. Because even if you say you did go ahead and jump, both of you, those cycles would keep repeating and it would doom things and it would end before it began, or it would end and wouldn't have that potential to flourish a little bit further down the road, if you get where I'm going with that. So sometimes things have to be watered and nurtured and cleaned out, everything, before things can really be on a more positive and even keel. So you've got to kind of be cognizant of that as well. And trust yourself. Get out of your comfort zone. Start doing some things that make you nervous. If you're, Libras are kind of known for not being non-confrontational and all that. You need to start getting out of your comfort zone and not being scared. So if you feel like you need to say something, then say it. Or if you feel like you need to do certain things, like if you're scared of going out, if you're scared of doing, approaching somebody, or, things like that, or just scared to try something new, whatever it is. Could just even be a new restaurant or something. I mean, I don't know. Just using examples. Start kind of getting out of your comfort zone. Get out of your routine a little. And study and practice things that, are kind of interesting you. Kind of start doing some research or studying or things like that. And also, make sure you're doing a balance of give and take, okay? Practice reciprocity. Give if you can, and, see that other people are giving as well. Don't pour too much of your cup out. Make sure that you're getting what you are putting out in return. Or if you're not just giving at all, then, or not as much, you need to kind of think about giving yourself out a little bit more, or returning the favors a little bit more if you haven't been doing that. Okay. Scorpio. Okay. So Scorps, see improved relationships. It doesn't, again, everybody, when they hear the word relationships, they automatically assume it's romantic. It's not necessarily romantic. You could be improve relationships with friendships, kids, parents, family, co-workers, quite, be careful with making an impulsive decisions, because I have a feeling that with some of you Scorps, you're going to run into situations that things happen and things just hit the fan all at once, or a certain thing hits the fan And you need to not overreact or just do something impulsive. You need to really just kind of step back for a second and reassess it before you react or say anything or respond. You need to be, you need to branch out and be creative and be thoughtful and with your ideas and with your thinking. You need to kind of think of some different scenarios and things of how to approach things. And you may need to change your approach and direction on certain scenarios. This all might tie in together actually. You might be having some issues where things have hit the fan and you're kind of following the expected traditional route, but you might need to reassess it and go a different route. You need to have patience also. And there's going to be some kind of party, celebration time with people that you care about and love. And you need to stay energetic, and you need to not get too defeated. You need to fight through whatever challenges that you've got that are going on right now and just keep fighting the good fight. But yeah, there's some stuff going on right now with you, Scorps, that it's outdated thinking or the approach is not what it needs to be. You need to reshift it and try something different because what's going on right now is not working. And I think with whatever the situation is, it's definitely going to work with the new thinking or the new approach because whatever is on the other side of it is not going to be expecting it. So it's going to be a curveball. So you need to come up with some alternative plans and ideas. Like I said, some of these are going to be shorter than others because some of the messages are just straighter to the point. So there's a little more with some of them than the others. Okay, Sagittarius. Okay, Saggies. You need to practice. You need to practice being diplomatic. You need to make sure that, there's going to be a situation where it really requires you to just really be diplomatic. And you need to be careful also with burnout or maybe being demanding. There's something where you're getting, I think this is tying into it. I think you're exhausted with a situation or with somebody, and you've got to be careful with the frustration and getting burnout and just emotionally exhausted or physically exhausted and being overly demanding. You've got to be a little more diplomatic about it. And you may also just need to also, if you're weighing some type of decision, maybe with somebody or with just a situation or scenario, or you really may need to really sit down and list the pros and cons and also tie it in with your intuition. Your finances are going to get better if you have had some financial issues. They're going to get better. And you need to take classes and do research on things that you may be interested in. You're going to get better with your money, but those of you that have been a little on the careless side, you need to watch your spending and watch your money. And that's really something I'm picking up with Saggies. Just be careful with your money. Try and save where you can and watch what you spend. Maybe research into some investments. But for some of you that are doing okay financially, think about giving to some type of charity or to somebody that may need it or things like that. Be philanthropic with it. But yeah, you guys, being diplomatic and being good with your money are the two things that are really kind of popping up for Sag for March. That's what I'm getting for that. Okay, Cappies. Snappy, snappy Cappies. It just rhymed. Go with it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so Cappies. Okay, you need to stop being so in your head. Everything, you know, you're overthinking. You're thinking the worst case scenarios, and things are going to work out. And they're going to be okay. They're going to be better. You're in your own head, you're in your own mind, and you're standing in your own way, and you're creating a lot of energy that is really not there, that is keeping this cycle going. You've got to just stop being in your head and thinking the worst case, or just overanalyzing, and you've got to be careful with that. And you've got to be in the mentality of it is going to get better, because it is going to get better, and they're going to work, and it's going to work out. For some of you, don't be afraid to move on from situations that are no longer working or serving you. Don't be afraid to close those doors and move on, because there's something better on the other side of those doors. You've got another door will open. Again, a lot of people automatically assume it's love, and it's not necessarily love. I mean, this could be where you're at a job and you're just not happy, but you're afraid because I mean realistically, I can understand the fear, because right now leaving a job is very scary, because especially with the way the financial economy and things are in the world right now, it is a scary, risky time. So, but as long as you get yourself, if you look into it and get yourself, do the work to get something going, and have a backup plan, or work towards it, if you do it and play it right, you're going to be okay. I wouldn't suggest, like, oh, if it is a job situation, go and just quit. No, don't do that. Make sure you have everything aligned before you do that, and I think you're gonna be fine. Another message is to not close your heart off. Be willing to love and share. There's some of you that have really closed your heart off, and whether it be you had friends burn you, or it was romantic, or you've got family issues, don't be afraid to open your heart, because there is some good out there, and there is still good out there. There's a lot of good. It's just, unfortunately, we've been conditioned to see the red flags and the negatives more so in the world now than we used to. But yeah, it's do hard work. Work hard, plan. Y'all are good at that already. Most cappies are. Decide what you want, plan investments, cultivate relationships. Everything's gonna, you're gonna have prosperity in all of that, with relationships, friendships. Start planning investments if you haven't. You're gonna thrive. You're gonna have some good type of investment where, if you really look into it, it's gonna really pay off for you. And there's some upcoming celebrations that are coming up for you. I don't know, with family or friends or things like that, but you're going to have some kind of upcoming celebration, good news, and maybe a party or an event or something like that that's going to take place for you guys. So overall, it's really good, if you allow it. That's part of it too, is if you allow it to be. You don't just stay stuck. We all have been guilty of that. Most of us. Shouldn't say we all, but most of us have. All right. Okay, so Aquarius. Aquarius, you had the really heavy read for March. Oh, okay. Think things through carefully. You're really introspective. trust your intuition and be careful and weigh out. This is kind of a similar message is be careful, because you need to know the truth. You need to not know, you don't need to be basing things off of uncertainty or or false truths. You need to really make sure that you have everything, all the information and everything. You're really in your head this month. You're really, and that's okay. You just need to think it through carefully with it, whatever this situation is. Be careful and weigh it all out. Just make sure there's something that's going on that you really need to pay attention to. You're not seeing the whole story. You're not getting the whole truth. You're getting a perception, or you're getting, it's just not the whole story. But you need to weigh it out, and you need to make sure that you're getting the correct, everything that's correct and is right. You need to make sure, and definitely trust your intuition, but make sure you have all the information, and slow down and make calm and correct choices, and be open to the new, and know that you can always have your part in changing the outcome and changing the situation. That's as clear cut and as simple as it gets. I mean, there's really not much else for you, Aquarius. That's really the root of it all for you. Last but not least, Pisces, the fishies. Spicy, feisty Pisces. As I've heard it rhymed before. And I apologize for the noise outside as well. There's a little background noise. And I apologize for my throat not being I'm a little, like I said, I'm still recovering from this sinus infection, so my throat's a little, kind of lose my voice a little here and there. Okay, so Pisces, some of you might just have some new coming in March. There's going to be some changes. You're going to either have like a new living situation, some type of new relationship maybe coming in, or reconciliation with somebody or some people. Make sure that you are taking time to do your thing with, like, if you have dreams and passions or things you want to explore, make sure you're taking the time to do that. And I do see some unexpected favor or blessings coming in for you. I get the same with Libra, as I said, take chances and, take leaps and bounds and all that this month. Don't be afraid. I mean, and I'm not saying go out there and totally change your whole life and, do something drastic. I'm just saying, just take some baby steps. Take some little things that scare you, or sometimes the things that scare you the most are actually going to be what pays off for you in the end. Be patient with yourself. That's another thing. And move through feelings and things that you might be dealing with, or that's, weighing on you. And you definitely need to let go of anything toxic or just it's not serving you, the thoughts, patterns, things like that. Let go of things that are not serving you, especially if they're toxic. Please do that. If it's toxic thoughts, if it's toxic patterns, toxic habits, it is toxic, people. Let it all go. It's gonna definitely be good for you in the long run. Don't let all that block your blessings, because you staying, that's for all signs anyway, and for everybody. Don't let the negative block you. Move through and work through things that you need to, so that you can let the good in, because as long as you stay stuck in these cycles, it's going to continue. You've got to reshift and align to get yourself into better places. And that does mean in life, you've got to let go of certain beliefs, certain habits, certain patterns, certain people, certain, situations, certain groups, you've got to cut it in order to bring in the new. So that's where we're at for all 12 signs. Like I said, it was straight to the point. So I will be uploading more content over the week, and I'll post I'll post on the community page, like in the community section, where I'm going to do either I'm just going to do individual, or if I'm going to just break it down by the signs like fire, air, earth, water. So that is it for now. So as always, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Share with your friends, people that are interested. And as always, also, if you have any questions or want to book a reading or have anything that you want to discuss with me, you can reach me at intuitivelissa@gmail.com. And I will talk to you in the next one. And you all make it a beautiful weekend or just a beautiful day, beautiful life whenever you do catch this. All right. Bye for now.